For the last 30 years, documents revealing the father of a Madison woman have been stored at UW Health.
Sarah Moffat can't get those records because the hospital promised confidentiality to the sperm donor who helped create her. So she called News 3 investigative reporter Adam Schrager, who learned there could be hundreds, even thousands of others in that same situation.
This is his family tree.
The only artwork displayed at Sarah Moffat's apartment could be her father's family history. Could being the operative word.
I can't quite figure it out yet, but it's hours and hours and hours and hours of research.
To the woman with 2 history degrees, research is welcome, but there's an irony when it comes to her own heritage.
I'm able to study the histories of everybody else and just not me, and so that's tough.
A UW clinic back in the 1980s gave Sarah's parents the opportunity to have her.
My parents love me so much they literally willed me into existence.
But it's now the organization that won't share the information about the sperm donor who's Sarah's biological father.
I feel like everybody has a right to know where they come from. And even though my parents are the best parents I think that I could have gotten, it's difficult not knowing half of where you come from.
In a statement to News 3, a UW Health spokesperson says back in the 1980s, all sperm donors were guaranteed confidentiality. Further, all recipients signed a form saying and acknowledging that they would never know who the donor was. So while that UW Health spokesperson is sympathetic to Sarah's situation, she says UW Health intends to honor its promise.
Oh, it just makes smoke come out of my ears because it's the common reaction.
Wendy Kramer runs the Donor Sibling registry. When we talked to her, she was in Paris talking about her national nonprofit designed to help donor-conceived children find their biological fathers and half-siblings.
My own son was the very first donor-conceived person to locate his donor through DNA testing.
It's that DNA testing that Kramer says makes 30-year-old promises unenforceable. But it's the lack of sensitivity, she says, to the children of these reproductive technologies that she finds unethical.
There's no counselor that I know that would counsel keep the secret. You know, just like with adoption, we know better.
Sarah's concerns go beyond simply wanting to fill emotional gaps. She wants eventually to have her own children.
If other people who were donor conceived in this area didn't move away, I could potentially be having children with my half-siblings and have no idea.
Because there's little to no regulation of sperm banks nationwide, Kramer says despite assurances from the industry that it would be impossible for half-siblings to meet, it happens all the time.
When you have no regulation and no accounting of how many kids are born for any one donor, then you've got 20, 40, 50, 100, 200 children born from one single guy.
Kramer's launched a petition with the Food and Drug Administration to have the industry regulated because of stories like Sarah's.
They say they self-regulate, but you know, when you have a multi-billion-dollar industry with no regulation, what could possibly go wrong, you know? And this isn't just an industry, this is like an industry creating human beings.
I would like to say up front that I sincerely apologize if you never donated sperm.
Sarah wrote hundreds of letters to potential donors. She's done DNA testing. The former history major searched off and on for 13 years for her own history.
I'm not looking for a new dad. I have a dad. You know, he's the best dad I could ever ask for. I'm just looking for a part of myself is all. I'm sure there are lots of people out there doing the same.
The family tree on her wall, potentially her family tree, is about to get bigger.
I feel like everybody has a right to know where they come from.
In Madison, Adam Schrager, WISC-TV, News 3.
Even if Sarah or anyone else were able to get their sperm donor's information from UW Health, it would take a court order to get that person to release his medical information.
And judges regularly honor privacy protections in medical matters.
Very interesting story. Yeah.